What is happening, ladies and gents? So let me to here playing some more Hand of Fate 2. And we have a branching path now with which to go. We can start in the mountains, getting blessings. We can become a mighty hero. I don't know. Or we can go into the terrible forest. I don't think I have any quick weapons, so the thieves one scares me a little bit. So maybe we'll go to one of these first two. Mighty hero, northerners. All right, let's do that one. So for encounters, we want all of our ones with tokens. And probably new ones. We don't know what they do. Almost exchange. Let's put arm wrestling in there because we want to get back to that. Old maiden seems nice. And then chance cards, dice, more dice. Let's just put those in. And then for equipment, I think it's everything we've got. Yep. Well, here we go.
In this case, the Empress is a symbol, a leader of the northern clans, but not their only one. Now we come to one of the new nuances of our game. The hunt for fame and esteem would not work for all players, but it works for you. I can sense it in you. Your pride, your skill.
Your lack of
skill. In time, we will learn all of you.
Oh. All of me? Because some of it's real gross.
Raiders have destroyed our village,
the Elder of Talos explains in a hushed voice.
They were sent by a dark shaman of the north. They were searching for this.
He draws a large warhammer from his cloak.
Heritha's ire. 'Tis the only weapon that will break the seal, protecting their encampment.
He hands you the weapon. Shockwave, armor breaker,
is a powerful
heavy.
Force.
Requires 20 fame. Damn, you gotta store it for now. The weapon is heavier than you imagined, perhaps weighing down by some magical, hidden magic, something preventing you from wielding it to its potential. Requires 20 fame. Earn fame by doing encounters. The Elder looks straight in your eyes, as men peering into your soul. Or I mean, as though peering into your soul.
Not all weapons are for all men. Only those who have demonstrated great acts of valor and courage may bear Heritha's ire. You do well to remember that.
I'm gonna ask him some questions.
What would you like to know? Make it quick. I gotta take a poop.
I'll ask about the shaman.
A twisted creature with great power. Never seen on the battlefield, but I hear she commands her warriors from the camp in the forest to the east. We've sent our warriors to find her, but a magical barrier prevents anyone from entering the sanctum. It is said that Heritha's ire can break through such a barrier. If she were attacked at her camps, these raids could surely be stopped for good.
Ask about the Empire. The Elder scowls.
Empire? What good is the Empire? Not but tax collectors and carrion crows. 6 raids here this year, not a soldier to be seen. So much for protection. They're less reliable than the worst of the gods.
Let's begin the quest.
You must find the courage to wield the weapon and defeat the shaman before the 5th village falls. The village need a hero. The town of Braden is surely in danger and must be warned.
Alright, so that's where we're heading.
Thank you. I trust the sacrifice of Talos will not go in vain. He
bows his head.
May the gods bring you good fortune.
They probably won't. Oh, arm wrestling again. Okay. Your opponent in the 3rd round is Paralee, the brass hag. She touts herself as a fearsome pirate, but needs the money from the competition to get herself a boat. gotta get a 14. We did not get a 14. We need a very high roll here. We failed.
The dice are fair, and thus you have lost this round.
Damn it. Surge of Strength brings Paralee to a swift victory. I got a little gold. You take the lesser reward for losing the competition of strength. When you return, a new contest will begin. I wonder if we go down a rank? Not sure. Lost boy again.
It's hard to conceive that either of us were ever such.
He's just a small child.
You over here? A deeper voice growls. We have to take him to the dungeons, or else he'll run straight to whatever northern clan he's spawned from and show them where our outpost is. That's a shifty-looking kid. Wait,
Yeah, it's a shifty-looking kid. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
says Malaclips. You consider the boy's fate. You save him. Unsheathing your weapon, you demand they let the boy go. Empire soldiers are unmoved by your threat. Time to bash some buds. I think we got the two-handed axe? What do we have? Yar. Watchmen taken from the dregs of society, elevated to petty positions of power. Watchmen can block, greatly reducing damage that is incoming. Use bash to open them up for damage.
Once again,
Stop trying to hit me and hit me! What? I was blocking your ass, maggot. I was also blocking again. Hit! You son of a bitch. Just not timing my blocks right at all. That or it's like just slightly delayed. We lost a massive chunk of health. Yeah. A little bit of gold. As you check on the unconscious guards, you notice the boy looking at you warily as if sizing you up. Wow. Woo! Just barely. He fiddles with a little dried plant hung around his neck nervously.
Okay, I'll tell you. There was an Empire ambush in our village, and I ran with Mother. We got separated.
He wipes some of the tears from his face angrily.
But I'm not afraid. I'm of Clan Catsfoot, and we're great pathfinders. I'll find my way home.
The boy tells you what he knows of the area. Ah, he uncovered the map for us. Nice. Small northerner boy refuses any and all help. You can only wish him luck as his small form disappears into the forest. You gain 2 fame. General store.
Your supplies are running low.
Yeah, they are.
Make your choices carefully.
You know, I'm gonna buy number 3. Can I sell anything? Not that I want to. I don't have a one-hander. I can't even do anything. All right. So what do we got here? We've got man-eating tree. That sounds terrible. Let's do the pickpocket.
I understand your beginnings were humble. Even so, I'd hoped for better.
Oh. You meet Merrick at the square as he instructed. He gestures to a carpet seller in the bazaar. The Reeve, he explains. Watch and listen. If the Lord got wind you were short on your taxes, there would be trouble, says the Reeve. Mind you, I do like this rug. Better you hand it over than all your stock. What do you say?
I've not... And That's a rare masterpiece from the Eastern Belt,
says the flustered rug merchant. As the altercation continues, you notice the Reeves pouch hanging open.
So you see it then?
Merrick says with a grin.
You know it's only really stealing if you get caught.
Shit, that's bad fame, isn't it? God damn it, we're gonna steal.
That's the spirit, he says. Now remember, the trick is to know when to stop. But if you're any good, you won't need to.
You move behind the Reeve while pretending to admire carpets on display. As he continues to haggle, you slide your hand into the pouch. I see, so it's gonna add, like, successes and failures. Oh, we lose life. Woohoo! Good, we gotta do it.
Yes!
You lift the last of Reeves' gold from his pocket. He struts away, with a rare carpet from the Eastern Belt rolled under his arm. None the wiser, you gain 2 fame. You return to Merrick. The thief's eyes glint with the sight of the gold.
We'll make a thief of you yet,
he says, as he plucks his share from your hand.
Think of it as an investment. Meet me at noon in 2 days outside the city. We can talk more then.
With that, Merrick disappears back into the crowd.
Nicely done.
Oh, man. We are kicking ass at following those cards.
Let us see what the next town holds.
Following the Talos Elder's instructions, you find yourself on the road to Braden. Continue to the next village. Dusk falls as you continue on your quest.
Do not take lightly the mantle of fame. Being a figurehead is not without consequences.
You arrive at Braden in the dead of night and find it under attack from raiders. As the village burns, 3 brave farmers attempt to defend one last of the surviving villagers. One calls out,
Please help! We must stop these savages before all is lost.
One-handed weapons are recommended against northerners. I don't have a one-handed weapon right now, okay, dude? Oh, I do. I have a neglected sword. All right. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Not bowlers. On the frozen plains, prey are few and far between. The keen eyes of the trapper sees all. Trappers throw hunting traps that snare their target, use evade to avoid the traps. Or chain what it said. You jerks. These farmers are gonna die, by the way.
My Bacchus.
Dude, that guy shot him in the back. No, villagers! Why? Why did you kill so many villagers? The sword is just too weak. One-handed sword, please? Yeah. Did it equip it? I don't know. It did, okay. Surviving villagers rush to the farmer's aid and tend to their wounds.
Oh, thank you, adventurer,
They cry.
You have helped save what remains of our people, but sadly our village is no more. Please accept this small token of our gratitude.
You get 2 fame for saving 2 farmers. Alright, and some food.
It's not time to celebrate. They are surely mustering to raid the town of Tavern.
They point further south down the riverbank.
If you're a true hero, you will surely save them.
With another village lost to the Northerners, you set out for the next town without delay. All right.
When the hero
Raiders
runs in, the
ambush.
villain takes their time to bait their trap. Be careful, lest they put you in your place.
I always take my time to bait. A rustling behind you is all the warning you get that your life is in danger. You turn as the cords of a northern bola wrap around your body. As part of the northern charges you as you break free, you get pooped on. You gonna show me the bulwark this time? Nope, soldier's sword. This thing's trash. Yeah. Every hero must have a heroic sword by their side. This, however, is utterly ordinary. Just like Malaclips.
I heard this works.
It's slightly better. Just letting those bola guys do their thing. I mean, they're not killing Malaclips, so what the hell? Do I care? Got a little electricity on it? What's going on? No! You bastard! Malaclips killed him. With the raiders defeated, you contemplate your next move. You gain 2 fame. You search for spoils. Okay. Hell yeah. Grab through the defeated Northern's belongings and uncover a stash of gold. Let's go here, yeah.
At what
Stress
point does
damsel.
honor bend to pragmatism?
The road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage and woman calling for help.
Please, please, I've been robbed. Can you do anything?
I'll assist with a dice roll and fail. Oh my god, that's probably the worst roll I've ever seen in my life. Wrecked. Means we get ambushed.
Why, thank you. Now, if you'd be so kind as to give me all of your gold.
The old man draws a pair of concealed blades from a corset.
Come on out, boys.
You have no time to react as a group of bandits spring from hiding. Son of a beastie. Oh, there's my shield. Yeah. Bastion of Purification. Yeah. Was a wildly inventive craftsman. And also quite mad.
You have to stop helping people. It always ends up like this.
Can I get another shield from you? No? Did you see he's got such a long cooldown on those? Rogues, you see them charge up to you, and then their parry or whatever you do is just slightly delayed over other things. That's why I keep getting smacked. With the thugs defeated, you search their bodies for valuables. You find valuables. You find some food amongst their possessions, and you gain 4 gold, fame, something, and some food. And some more food. The old maiden. Food, health, or gold? Let's go gold.
No amount of gold will satisfy a mortal, but if that's what you wish.
Her ancient voice falters on the words, as if long unused. 25. Oh! Hold. Oh my god. Alright, what's this one?
In
Fork
your
in the road.
life, you will have wandered endless intersections, yet this one sticks with you. Why? What is it in your
don't know.
memory that catches here?
You arrive at the signpost detailing the possible path north and south. Malclip sniffs the air.
My magical senses are pulling me towards the north.
It smells like someone is baking cinnamon pie somewhere up ahead. Okay. Sure.
Mages are hard to eradicate at the best of times. We have our ways of hiding from the light.
Following Malclip's cryptic directions, many of which involve borrowing farm animals, you arrive at the edge of a vast and lonely lake. There you uncover a cave entrance blocked by a stone door.
We must seek out Ira of the Vale in the underneath.
The bard has explained, as you followed a frightened cow around the previous night. You ask him why he's seeking Ira of the Vale. Malclip drops his wine bottle nervously and forces a loud and hearty laugh, completely ignoring your question. The bespectacled ogre manning the door to the underneath doesn't look up from his book as you approach.
10 food items per entry.
He grunts. Malclip scoffs.
Robbery. If you're trying to hustle us, sir, I'll have you know that I can shoot lightning from my fingertips.
The doorkeeper sighs.
Times are hard for us all, Mal. You'll see when you get in there.
You give 10 food. The ogre places his book down, and with a mighty push, the stone door rolls open. A narrow tunnel takes you deep below the earth, opening into a vast limestone cavern. Twinkling on the edge of an underground lake lies a small shanty town, red lanterns lining the quiet streets. Malclip leads on.
Welcome to the underneath, coin slave. Since that bothersome Empire edict, we've had to hide away in places like this. This used to be quite a hub of activity, but now...
He surveys the silent streets grimly.
I guess the Empire is increasing its forces.
A few mages eye you suspiciously as they pass by. You peruse the stores. Among the abandoned stalls, you find an ancient-looking shop front. Through red lantern light, you read, Leelot's Oddments, Use Stones, and Directions. There are also signs pointing out the path to Curses and Blessings. Ooh. Let's go to the Oddments. Malclip sniffs and backs away.
I'm not allowed in there after I stole all these stupid pebbles.
He lets you go on ahead. With a jangle, you enter the dusty store. You find it filled. Shelves, baskets, glass cases, with rocks of various shapes and sizes in front of you. A wizened shopkeeper, Leelot, peers at the counter over you. Inquire about used stones. Leelot lights up at the suggestion. He waves his wrinkled hand at his wares, and you see baskets of giant boulders, smooth stones, and tucked away in the corner, a basket of rings. Shopkeeper looks around fondly at the stones.
What would you like to buy? Everything is 20 gold apiece.
I want to buy a ring?
Those old things?
Leelot scowls.
I wouldn't give them away for free. They weren't bound to me.
3 life pain cards?
I need your blood. You wish to take a ring?
All right. The old man pricks your elbow with a shard of green glass and allows the blood to drip into a vial. Satisfied he's collected enough, he hurls the vial into the hearth.
Yeah! Derbity herb! Squeebles!
Feeling lightheaded, you drink some orange juice and pick a ring from the basket. Gain plus 10
Valuable for
max
purely
life.
financial reasons, if nothing else.
You have more blessings than curses, which I don't think I have any. Let's buy a stone. Jeez, okay. Oh, shit, I think yep, that's wrong. Leelot hands you a smooth pebble.
This is one of my favorites.
Shit. Alright, let's just get... Let's go to Curses and Blessings. You follow the signs through the lonely streets until they lead you to a sizable hill of colored rags here, where, you believe, a market once stood. The elderly woman climbs from the pile.
Blessings, curses. You don't need either of them. I'll trade you all for this shiny rock.
She offers what looks like a polished... I don't have any curses or blessings. God damn it.
Well, I'll be here.
Shopkeeper sinks back to the pile of rags where she once came from. Enter the Devil's Ears Tavern. Malclips breathes at the heavy scent of berry wine, smoke, and feathers.
Oh, the Devil's Ears. My home away from home.
He pulls out his lute and leaves to serenade the pretty bartender. She tries her best to ignore him. You survey the bar. A group of burly ogres crowds a too small table. Meanwhile, a giant, fleshy eyeball floats somberly in the windows. By the windows. Approach the eye. The creature watches you approach with interest. A smile breaks out in the knotted flesh at its base.
Would you care to dance, small run?
It asks solemnly. Sure. It's a slow circling dance, the creature humming an old harvest song all the while. After some indeterminate amount of time, the dance ends. The creature sighs.
That took me back to my youth.
The creature's eye is so large it's difficult to tell whether it is looking at you or somewhere behind you. Ask what it is. The creature chuckles, and the fleshy tendrils in its underbelly shake heartily. The creature's eyes are so large it's difficult to... Okay, yeah, ask to trade.
This is an item I kept from the last warrior I ate.
It regurgitates an item onto the floor with a clatter. All right, then. What would you offer in return? You can have this. It inspects the equipment.
Yes, this will be a lovely addition to my collection.
I don't want to equip it. Let's leave it be and approach the ogres. Ogres are arguing jovially about winnings. They seem to be caught up in some kind of dice gambling game. Ask about the rules.
He wishes for rules, does he?
An ogre slaps another on the back, guffawing.
No rules. Just roll the dice. If the dice is bigger than the number I choose, you win.
An older ogre clears his throat.
You might want to know, sellsword, that we're playing for blessings.
The ogres are arguing jovially about when I'm okay. I would like to ask to play. Largest ogre throws a dice and pulls out a shimmering scroll containing the blessing you're playing for. Second wind. Cool. Target is 18. Note that the game is not very fair. The ogre bristles. One grips his club menacingly as he rises to the side of two men. You are quickly reminded you're dealing with ogres here. You buy a round of mead for them instead. As the ogres drink, they warm to you. The dealer reduces the dice gambit target by 2. So now it's at 16, 14, 12, 10. I think I could get a 10. What would 9 do for me, though? This one drink was too many. One by one, the ogres fall drunk in conscious heat. Alrighty. So, only go to 12 or something, right? Okay. I'm gonna leave then. And we'll find his contact. Hopefully we don't need gold. Clips leads the way through the dim, lonely streets to Ira's house. You hear loud screaming coming from within. A woman in robes adorned with silver ornaments greets you at the door.
Merc said you would come begging for help. Regardless, you are late.
Malekith's brow bows with a grin.
I have an illness. I'm hoping to purchase a cure.
Ira of the Vales frowns for a bit before nodding and letting you into her house. You enter the sitting room and the source of the wailing is made clear. A man is locked in a cage, crying in fevered agony. Sores of corruption fester on his body. Without warning, she opens the cage and the man rushes at you. With surprising strength, Ira subdues the mad, writhing creature.
This is the mage Cohen. He thought he could fight off the corruption, but he could not.
Ira watches Malekith carefully as Cohen cries, get more and more guttural.
What should I do with him?
The bard looks away, disgust and fear on his face. He appears close to passing out. She nods before turning to you. What will you do? Shit. I'd probably... Let's keep him locked up. She throws the creature back in the cage and locks the iron gate. Then you wait. Malclips makes a feeble joke about going to get some candied buns for the show, but a withering glance from Ira convinces him to stay. The imprisoned mage begins to deteriorate quickly. The sores of corruption spread across his body. The blood begins to pour from his mouth. As he throws himself at the cage for the umpteenth time, you know no shred of humanity remains. Ira flings an enchanted shard of ice from her hand into the corrupted mage's throat, killing him instantly. You are too weak. She glances at Malclips, who is staring wide-eyed at the dead mage. The both of you. With that dealt with, Ira begins tinkering at the table strewn with dead and shiny things. I do have a cure, but as you know, nothing comes free in Waterworld. I mean, with our kind. She taps silver dust from the bottle. Save the sullen mage children for me, and I will give you the cure.
Still, what secrets does your companion hide from you?
Those Empire bastards have taken them to some walled fort in the city docks. And you better hurry. Ira smiles at Malclips. That illness can't be held at bay for much longer, I'd wager. What the illness is? Ira laughs. He hasn't told you. That is not my place to say. But know this, friend of Malclips. If he doesn't find a cure soon, you are in grave danger. Nonsense! Malclips stands, stopping the wine bottle nervously. And you better hurry. Ira smiles at Malclips. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, okay. How do you guys know each other real quick? He was my lover when I was young and stupid, Ira says matter-of-factly.
Nonsense.
Malclips shouts.
Why, I'm luring at all ages. You'd be glad to still have me.
Ira gives Malclips a severe look, and he bonks, cowering in his seat. And then you leave. Malclips seems eager to leave. A few mages eye you suspiciously as you pass them by. We leave. Ira the Veil finds you again just as you begin your ascent.
Mal.
The bard turns around, you catch a glimpse of hope in his eyes. She avoids his gaze.
Take the children to the madmen near Forstfjord. They run an orphanage. I fear it is no longer safe here.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff that just happened. Mainly, we got a bunch of ogres drunk. And then didn't get to dice roll because we went too deep. I wondered if that would happen. You find yourself on the road to Tavern. You go. Dusk falls as you continue on your quest.
Actions, of course, have consequences. You cannot think that the steps you have taken will bring a simple peace. No.
You arrive at Tavern, dusk, to find it under attack from raiders. As the village burns, 3 brave farmers attempt to defend it. And we fight the savages. One-handed weapons, yep. That's what I got going on. So maybe we should have killed that guy in the cage. Oh well.
By sea and sun, fate and fame!
Hey, he hit me while I was doing my overcharge. That bitch. Boo, 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 boo. Whoopsie. I was looking at the boats in the background. We did terribly. I got hit so many times. Surviving villagers rush to the farm's aid and tend to their wounds.
Thank you, hero. You saved our people. Sadly, our village is no more. Please have some food. And some more food. It's not time to celebrate. Surely mustering to raid the town of Darganon. Danger noon. It's high danger noon. Surely he'll save him. So you set out to do it.
Ever since I've returned to this world, I've been disappointed. The filth, the shame, the horrors dwell in the minds of men, not in the monsters in the darkness.
Westwind's only tavern, the Rusty Razor, is a safe harbor among the many dangers of the outer reaches of the Empire. Its barkeep sits inside his establishment with a look of resigned defeat. Upon your arrival, he jolts straight up, but the smile almost breaks out across his face. At last, someone from the guild is here. These Empire soldiers have almost ruined me. Before you can disagree, the owner swings open the saloon doors and pushes you inside. Inside, you discover a handful of Empire soldiers enjoying ale rather than doing their duty. He said duty. The freshly invigorated barkeep hops onto the table and shouts above the noise, "You lazy drunken deserters are done. The Stewards Guild has sent an enforcer here, and now you're all going to have to get back to your posts. This town needs defending." One of the soldiers rises with a slight sway. "We've got 3 days until our shift ends and we return to civilization. So we're not doing any fighting unless they threaten the supply of ale. Right, lads?" A raucous cheer erupts from the beer tankards smashed together all around. "So why don't you take your shiny little badge and shove off?" The barkeeper turns to you. What are you going to do?" "I will threaten them." He suggests with menace that the soldiers should report to duty, or they'll report to the healer. Oh. Dang it. "I won't be threatened by the likes of you," the soldier grumbles as he rises, followed by his friends. You get wrecked. Steel phalanx? That's no good. Oh, geez. The expansion of the Empire requires constant conscription of new blood. Soldiers block all attacks, greatly reducing their damage, but use bash to open them up for damage.
Just once.
And we got gunmen. I thought I was using sword and shield, wasn't I? Bashed. You're like one-hitted, man. It's terrible. Yeah. Woo. There's a little tougher. Looks like they're reporting to the healer. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Ah.
Now the power is yours to use.
Okay. As soldiers fall under yet another blow from your weapon, the leader shouts out, "Stop, all right? We'll do our part to stop cracking our skulls." We are racking up the tokens.
It appears you are worthy to wield the weapon of champions. The raiders will hide from you no longer.
You turn Arutha's ire over in your hands. The rune on its face begins emitting a golden light. It is unclear if it now weighs less or you have a newfound strength. But either way, you can now wield the mighty hammer. Malaclips looks on in awe.
Wow. That would earn a pretty penny at the markets. But first, let's use it to break that barrier in the North Raiders' camp. Slay the shaman and stop the raids once and for all.
The sanctum has been replaced. Okay. Remembering the elder of Talos' instruction, you set out towards the sanctum of the shaman. So we don't have to go there immediately. And that's a two-hander. Okay. We got some food.
You'll notice
Shit.
that my carriage does not stop for every distressed traveler along the way.
I avoid it. Let's sell. Did we ever even put on the ring? Or we didn't get anything to do with it. We were using the cardinal one, but I don't know what happened to it. We got it on, but I don't know what it does. Neglected sword. No, we don't have the cardinal one. That's right. I picked Winter's Woven's Bane. We don't need food. We don't need that. We don't need healing. I guess we'll just leave for now.
I am
Gnomish
torn
exchange.
between my loathing for gnomes and my despair that the world is becoming less strange and arcane as the Empire spreads.
Vile humans!
A voice calls out as a dozen small creatures leap from the trees around you. It takes a moment to realize they're gnomes. Dirty, poorly armed gnomes. A few hold spears, but most have only rocks or sharp sticks.
We seek arms to defend ourselves.
A gnome declares loudly.
Hand over some of your equipment and we'll release you. We can even pay you something. I'll give you some food for a helmet.
One of the small folk exclaims.
No, give me some armor, and I'll give you a health potion.
Chimes in another. The gnomes all loudly shout their own offers, trying to drown out each other. You guys can have Winter's Bane. You surrender the equipment to the gnomes. Satisfied, they offer payment in return. It's cray-cray. The gnomes retreat to the forest with the prize as soon as the fighting and begin fighting over it. Oops. So what was the map here? Can't use the store again. Sucks.
If you fall in
Damn
a
it.
trap once, you may blame error. To fall in the same trap again smacks of foolishness.
Well, gotta fight some duders. But with a new weapon. Earth's ire, bestowed to the people of the western fishing villages by the clans of the north in a time of peace and prosperity.
I hope this works.
Rude. Whoops-a-doodle. Wasted it. I think it's pretty hard. You search for spoils. Alrighty. Ow. One of the Northerners grabs you. With his last breath, he runs his blade into your side. And steals some gold somehow. That doesn't make any sense.
You have prepared yourself for this battle. Now you must face it, but not alone, perhaps.
Oh, it is the Talos Elder. It's as the Talos Elder said.
Malclips remarks.
The shaman's sanctum is protected by a magical barrier. Best you try that hammer.
You raise her desire above your head and bring it down against the magical wall with all your might. The hammer finds its mark, and you are immediately engulfed in a blizzard of snow and ice. The howling winds spin you this and that way, and then vanish as quickly as they had appeared. Disoriented, you look around for Malclips, but he is nowhere to be found. You find your bearings and realize you are standing in a forest clearing covered in newly fallen snow. You step back and bump into something. Turning, you see a towering northern clansman, bald and brutal.
He has brute strength, if nothing else.
He does not flinch, nor seem even the slightest bit interested in you. He stands with weapons drawn, brow lowered. You turn to follow his gaze. Then you see her, sitting on a throne of wicker and thorns, small straw, plated charms and oddities hanging from the trees behind her. Before her kneel countless raiders, well, like 6, worshipping their leader in an eerie stillness.
The defender of villages and the exiled one,
The shaman says with a hiss. She steps down from her throne.
I know why you have come. Let's end this.
I hope you know how to fight, hero, says the bald northerner calmly. There are more warriors here than we can kill. To defeat a snake, you must cut off its head. You ready your weapon as the shaman and her clansmen surround you. And then the orgy begins. Gerda, raid leaders on the front line of the Northern Assault, send tactical and religious guidance. The shaman casts spells that heal her allies. Attack her quickly to interrupt the spell. Oh, I don't know what that guy does.
I do not know you, yet we will fight together. Stand clear of my enemies. Stand clear of
Oh, she explodes? No. Eat it! Eat it, nerd! I figured I'd have to clean up the other guys, but that worked. The shaman's body writhes as a dark spirit leaves her chest and vanishes into the air. The remaining raiders flee into the forest. As the skies clear, the sun beams down on the colossal warrior that had fought alongside you. I am Poopsbjorn, he explains. I was born to the northern clans. I'm clanless now. You do not know us, but we were not always like this. Perhaps one day the clans will return to the traditions they have lost. You befriended Kolbjorn, the Wanderer. You and I have cleared a small part of the stain from my honor this day. If you call, I will answer. He reaches out a massive hand and grasps your penis. Let us head back and find your friend. And with that, you and Kolbjorn make your way back through the forest in search of Malclips.
Another card returns to my deck. Do not worry, I have more challenges before you will be ready to face my foe.
We got some new armor, rings, robes, and helmets. We got some new encounters. We got that weapon? Really? Okay. We got Kolbjorn's storyline now, apparently. We got the Elder's Gift. We got a new quest for stealing all that cash. Malakop's storyline. And a friendly innkeeper. Hell yeah. How nice. We've done it. Alright, well, you know, one more quest in the books. We rolled pretty well. And I'll thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time for more Hand of Fate 2.